The 2019 Georgia Bass TEC was a huge success. We crowned a champion with over 20 pounds of bass. But it's time for a new beginning. We're bringing back the 5 original clubs: High Voltage Bass Anglers, Extreme Jon Boat Anglers, Small Water Angling Teams, Electric Bass Opens, and Dixie Jon Boat. We've also added 2 additional teams with 5 Alive and Dahlonega Jon Boat Anglers. The top 4 finishing teams from these 7 clubs make up your Georgia Bass TEC field for the 2020 season. Time to get everything rolling, because November 14th will be on us before you know it.
Holy shit!
Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the great coverage from Decked Out Jon Boats. Now let's introduce you to some of the anglers.
Taylor Smith from Temple, Georgia. Points champions for Extreme Jon Boat Anglers.
Dustin Diamond, Villa Rica, Georgia.
And is this y'all's first year to make the TEC?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
So what does it mean to y'all to get to fishing the TEC?
That was the whole point from running our own club to coming fishing with Extreme, was to be able to make it into the TEC. So that was the main goal. That's what we planned on doing, and we've accomplished that now.
Good. So how did y'all hear about the TEC, knowing that y'all came from another club just to try to qualify for it?
Just seeing it on Facebook.
How did y'all get into bass fishing?
We've always fished.
Just fish for, always pleasured fish since growing up, you know.
And then switched to fishing Lake Seton out in Carroll County, and that was what, 2.5, 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Almost 3 years ago now, and that's kind of where all this started. And the whole electric boat deal.
Always tournament fishing, or
The last 3 years.
Last 3 years, yeah.
have y'all ever been big bass boat fishermen, or always out of the Jon Boats?
Nope, Jon Boats only.
Yeah, always electric.
So what is it that keeps y'all in the Jon Boat instead of going to fight with the big boys on these bigger lakes?
I mean, money's one thing, but when you build an expensive rig, it don't really matter. Money's not that big of a deal then, but
These reservoirs got better fishing.
yeah, and the quality of the fish is typically a lot bigger, or a lot better. Just overall, it's less expenses, less headache, and less people too.
Besides the cost, as far as strategy, what is it that you have to do different in these electric Jon Boats that you can or can't do in the big boats?
I guess one thing I've noticed is you just, instead of jumping up and running one place or the other, a lot of these reservoirs you can cover a lot of water really quickly. So staying in one location or figuring out an actual pattern, that's our strategy every time, is figure out why, how, and figure out the whole deal, and then we can pinpoint that throughout the rest of the lake. You know what I mean?
Got anything to add?
And like he said, our focus all year, going into every tournament, we've pre-fished, I think, every tournament but one. Just trying to find a pattern and trying to locate what the main deal is on the lake at that time of year and that day.
Pinpoint the fish as much as possible, to where, things change, but pinpoint them as much as possible to, just to, I guess, figure it out.
Right. So I know y'all only missed the limit one time all year. What would you say was the turning point in y'all's year? Did y'all pretty much lead wire to wire? Was there something that clicked this year that got y'all?
The first tournament year we finished 6th, and we were really upset about it because we went the weekend before and had
2 weeks before.
2 weeks before, yeah, and we had 17 18 pounds probably pre-fishing, and it rained and the lake changed a lot, and we didn't change what we did that day. And that was the biggest learning point, was the very first tournament, knowing you can't thrive off of what you learned the week or 2 weeks before. you have to know how to change and be versatile.
With the change with the conditions and fishing shallow, we definitely learn how to fish shallow because we're not shallow water fishermen, but changing with the conditions, weather conditions or water conditions. Just like the first tournament, we had 6 or 8 foot of visibility. Both Saturdays we went and we were smoking them, and then the Saturday of the tournament we had 6 inches of visibility. So everything changed and we didn't. So that's when we decided then that we had to change with everything else.
So I said our biggest turning point would be the tournament. We didn't do good the first tournament. You know, we finished 6th, and we learned a lot off of that tournament.
Oh yeah.
Is there one memorable fish from the year?
Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I mean, Rocky Mountain was probably just the most.
I mean, it could be a big fish that you caught, or it could be the one that got away.
Not that many really got away.
The one you didn't have a limit, did you lose one that day?
Yeah, I broke off 2 that day.
So besides yourselves and Extreme, what's the team to look out for in the TEC?
As far as the other team,
They're all 3 good fish. All 3 good teams can fish. They show up at any tournament. I know the tournament we had at Hard Labor, David Fitzpatrick and his partner, they beat us. We finished 2nd in that tournament, so they liked that lake. So they did good there.
What do you think of Hard Labor?
I like it. Be glad when some of the bushes are gone.
Makes it a little tough.
Yeah. No, it's a good lake. I don't know how it would be in the, when they move out deep or or in the winter, but yeah, no, it's a good lake.
Yeah, we fished it 2 days. We caught 19 fish both days we fished it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It just only time we know it's that time of year.
Yeah.
What's your guess on winning weight for the TEC?
It's definitely 20 plus.
Oh yeah. You put that many anglers from the top tier of their clubs, somebody's catching over 20 pounds guaranteed.
What do you think a big fish for the TEC will be?
7 plus for sure. Yeah, if not 8. Running a 112 Ultrex, big expense but worth every penny of it. Lowrance Elite 9 for all my side imaging, sonar, down imaging. Lowrance Hook 7 for most of my mapping and some sonar. It's like
what size boat is it?
16 foot.
16, and how wide?
Should be 48. It was a 87 model bass tracker, I think. And I bought it with the majority of stuff done, the decking and things of that nature, and the paint, but everything else, I pretty much did all the flooring, lighting, all that stuff, and then added all the accessories. Running a 250 pound thrust, 24 volt brushless motor on the back. Run 6 batteries, 1 for all the electronics, pumps, lights, all that. 3 for the front motor, 2 for the back motor.
Is it decked in wood or is it decked in aluminum?
All aluminum.
All aluminum.
Yeah.
And
All aluminum. Everything opens, hinge, spring, all that stuff. So, yeah.
What kind of speed do you see out of the boat?
We normally get 5.2, I think, which is fair for just only trolling motors.
Right.
Yeah.
And what kind of motor did you say that is on the back?
It is a Cloud Mountain 250 pound brushless trolling motor. Yeah. It'll push this boat, which this boat is what, 1,500 pounds probably.
Probably 1,000.
Yeah. At least 1,000 pounds. So it'll push it 4.3 just by itself.
What kind of batteries are you running?
I just run 29 group, standard 29 group marine batteries.